light on this.
PP Mohammed,
Thank you for giving me
Faizal
this
ji.
opportunity, sir.
Thank you very much, Chairman sir, for allowing me to participate in the discussion on supplementary demands for grant 2022-2023. There is no doubt we are all participating in this debate, which is most important for our country, and we need to come and we need to arrive at a conclusion that we are all putting our efforts to a common goal of development of our country, sir. Sir, as my previous speakers have already elucidated on the MSME part, so the most affected sector as far as the economic part is concerned is the MSME sector, sir. Especially based on the three reforms this government have taken place. One is the demonetization, the other one is the GST, and now the pandemic situation. At these three policy decisions, the most affected area is the MSME sector. So to bridge the gap of this MSME sector, to a question number 823 by the MSME Minister Shri Narayan Rane on 2nd December 2021, he made the reply statement that the centre has taken around 3,750 crore rupees borrowed from the World Bank in June 2020 for a ramp program, sir. But so far the cabinet has not released, so the amount has not released because of the cabinet has not approved that amount so far, sir. And I would like to get the clarification from the Honorable Finance Minister why such grant is not released so far. My second point is that the centre has announced nearly rupees 20 lakh crore rupees to combat the impact of the COVID in the country. My simple question to the Finance Minister through you, sir, is that how much of this rupees 20 lakh crore was actually infused into the economy since March 2020? Third, sir, the central government announced rupees 1.70 lakh crore relief package under Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana for the poor people to help them fight the battle against the pandemic. How much of this 1.7 lakh crore was actually released to the poor since March 2020, sir? So the fourth one, according to the report by the Controller and Auditor General of India, over 2.18 lakh crore collected by the central government as cess for specific purposes, as such education, sanitation and infrastructure, have either not been fully transferred to the dedicated fund or remain unutilized. For instance, I can say that to my constituency, sir. See, the education, which is the most important pillar for our societies, in my constituency alone, don't know why the administration have closed nearly 8 primary schools, which is, in a way, we have passed the Right to Education Act in 2009, wherein 1 kilometer peripheral we need to have primary schools, wherein the 8 primary schools has been closed only because there was a shortage of teachers, and to overcome the shortage of teachers, instead of appointing the teachers, they are closing the schools, sir. This is the scenario happening. As far as scholarship for the students are concerned, sir, for the last 2 to 3 years, scholarship is pending, and scholarship pendency have gone into such a level that the students are being rolled out from the institutions, which is an alarming situation. So that why we are parked these funds, 2.18 lakh crore rupee, which is collected on behalf of the cess as education for sanitization, and why the government is not releasing is the point here, sir. So the third one, the other one is, sir, the public transport. Public transport is the vital part for any area for the development part, sir. See, in any rural area, to connect with, everybody is asking about railways. For me, it is the ship connectivity, sir. So we have, in 2015, a 15-year perspective plan for the futuristic concept made by the shipping ministry, Home Ministry, Lakshadweep administration, all together made these 15 years perspective plan, looking into the futuristic development of Lakshadweep into the tourism sectors, cargo movement, all those aspects. So that 15-year perspective plan was really needed for the development of the island. Why there is no allocation in that sector in this year is a question here, because the public transport is the most important part for any financial, backup for the any rural places, sir. Sir, same in the case of coming into the back of the Awas Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. In this Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, which I have already raised in the parliamentary committees also. See, the rural areas where it is far-flung areas, the conditions, the criteria, guidelines, sir, I'm concluding. Guidelines which is prescribed in the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, if a house is having a refrigerator, which is mandatory for a far-flung area to keep the food items not spoiled, a refrigerator is required. If a house is having a refrigerator, they fall in the non-eligible criteria to get the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. So my request with the finance minister is that to come out with a special plan in the rural areas where the benefit of the Awas Yojana can also be.
Please conclude.
So I'm concluding, sir. Sir, the same in the cases of the fisheries sector, sir. Fisheries, agriculture and animal husbandry. The schemes which run out for the subsidy part for the getting the feeds for the poultry growers, for the fishermen's other subsidy schemes. All those schemes, as far as my area is concerned, it's all stopped, and the fishermen, farmers, the poultry growers are not getting it. So I'm concluding, sir. But all these areas, when we ask for the supplementary demand for grant, all this benefits, sir, I'm concluding, sir. Benefits should get to the people. My concern is that all these points should be considered, sir. Thank you so much.